One tornado's bad enough, but two? Twin tornadoes suddenly appeared over China's Hubei province, sending residents running for cover as two massive funnels tore across the landscape. If you've been following our weekly updates, you'll know this is only the latest in a string of natural disasters we've covered across Asia this year. The rare spectacle was spawned by Typhoon Maysak, which swept across southern and central China with torrential rain, destructive winds, and widespread flooding. The worst damage was reported across Guangxi, where towns were inundated, homes and infrastructure were badly damaged, and more than 130,000 residents were forced to evacuate. The storm has claimed 39 lives, while search and rescue teams continue looking for those who remain missing. Meanwhile, in Hubei, the twin tornadoes ripped roofs from buildings, toppled trees and power lines, hurled debris through the air, and turned an already dangerous storm into an even more terrifying event. But before many communities could even begin recovering, another storm was already on the way. Just days after Typhoon Maysak battered China, another powerful storm was already making its way across Asia. Even before Typhoon Bavi reached China, it had already left a deadly trail in its wake. In the southern Philippines, Bavi-enhanced monsoon rains triggered landslides across Mindanao, claiming 17 lives and devastating communities that were still recovering from the 7.8 magnitude earthquake that struck the region barely a month earlier. The worst of Typhoon Bavi hadn't even arrived, yet communities along China's eastern coastline were already feeling its destructive power. Long before the storm made landfall near the coastal city of Yuhuan in Zhejiang province, powerful winds whipped up massive waves, flooded coastal roads, uprooted trees, and cut electricity to homes and businesses. Emergency crews worked through the night as authorities suspended ferry services and evacuated residents from vulnerable areas. When Bavi finally came ashore on July 11th, it unleashed torrential rain, dangerous winds, and the growing threat of flash floods and landslides. Although the storm has since weakened to a tropical storm, the danger is far from over. Saturated ground, swollen rivers, and continued heavy rainfall mean the risk to communities remains high. Typhoon Bavi is a reminder that the impact of a storm doesn't begin at landfall, and it doesn't end when the winds weaken. Across the affected regions, rescue crews continue searching for the missing. Emergency teams are restoring power, clearing blocked roads, and reconnecting essential services, while countless families face the daunting task of rebuilding their homes, businesses, and livelihoods. Natural disasters may test the strength of buildings, but they also reveal the strength of people. As China continues its recovery, our thoughts remain with those who have lost loved ones, those still waiting for news of the missing, and everyone working tirelessly to help communities rebuild. We hope for calmer skies, safer days ahead, and a chance for those affected to begin rebuilding their lives. While most teenagers spend their free time gaming or scrolling through social media, one 13-year-old boy in Malaysia was busy building something else. Together with his father, he transformed an ordinary bicycle into a remarkably detailed replica of a Yamaha Y15 motorcycle. From the body panels to a homemade exhaust made from a Mr. Potato can, the attention to detail even caught the attention of police officers. When asked who built it, he simply smiled and answered, "My father." The pair built it because the boy dreamed of owning a Yamaha, but he was still too young to ride one legally. The story has since won praise online, with many applauding the boy's creativity and his father's support. Of course, some netizens also reminded that while children's interests deserve encouragement, parents still play an important role in providing proper guidance. After all, the best way to nurture creativity is to make sure passion always stays on the right and safe track. Another earthquake has struck Indonesia. A powerful 6.7 magnitude earthquake on June 16th struck near Palu in central Sulawesi, sending frightened residents rushing into the streets as buildings shook violently. Homes and infrastructure were damaged, but thankfully, no tsunami warning was issued. For millions of Indonesians, the terrifying question isn't if the next earthquake will come, it's when. Why does this keep happening? Indonesia sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, where several massive tectonic plates constantly collide beneath the Earth's surface. Every collision releases enormous amounts of energy, making Indonesia one of the most earthquake-prone countries on the planet. But for the people of Palu, this quake was more than just another natural disaster. It reopened painful memories of the catastrophic 2018 earthquake and tsunami that claimed more than 4,000 lives and devastated entire communities. Earthquakes can't be stopped, but stronger buildings, better early warning systems, and constant preparedness can mean the difference between life and death. For the people of Indonesia, resilience isn't a choice, it's a way of life. Follow Asia Viral News for more stories that help explain what's happening across Asia. While most fans head home after the final whistle, Japanese supporters stay behind with trash bags in hand, cleaning up the stadium. This remarkable tradition dates back to the 1998 FIFA World Cup in France, when Japanese fans quietly cleaned the stands after their matches. It wasn't for attention or cameras, it's simply part of their culture. In Japan, children learn from a young age to clean their own classrooms and take responsibility for shared spaces. This act has inspired fans from other countries, including Argentina and Portugal, who have also been seen cleaning up after matches. Football is about winning trophies, but it's also about leaving a positive impact. No matter how Japan performs on the pitch, they've already won the hearts and respect of millions around the world. Hopefully, this beautiful tradition continues to spread, because if every fan leaves a stadium cleaner than they found it, that's a victory everyone can celebrate. Thank you for watching. What do you think about these stories? Comment below. Follow Asia Viral News for more updates.